Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Laxmi. I have around 6 years of experience in IT industry. 5 years of experience on talent. I started my career in IT field through talent, and 3 years of experience on teaching talent trainer. Um, a number of students also placed in different MNCs or some startup companies. Yeah, they are good. They are surviving. Yeah, thanks for that. So, yeah, today I'll come in front of you one of the data engineering course. Uh, the data engineering course have multiple uh, big data, ETL, Apache, uh, and all of this ETL course. ETL also one of the data engineering course. It's a front-end developed talent course. In ETL platform, there are number of platforms, number of tools available in market in ETL like Talent, Informatica, uh, Abincio, like different tools are available in market. Today I'll come in front of you. So one of the ETL platform, Talent, is a developer role. The course duration is 45 hours. And now today agenda is before going to that agenda, are you hunting for the high paying? 1 second. What is the slide? Yeah. Are you hunting for a high paying IT job? This is the right course. And are you holding any degree from IT or non-IT like MBA, MCA, BA, BBA, mechanical, whatever it you are eligible to this course? Are you poor at coding level and deploying the jobs, developing the jobs? And this is the right course for you. And you are poor to develop, to write the coding, to manipulate the coding, to understand the coding, but still you want to join in IT. In IT, those are it's this is the right platform to easy to enter the IT field. Okay, and in this data engineer, it's a data engineering course, right? What is the responsibility of this data engineering course? How that uh, architecture will be have in the see in real time? We'll see. 1 second, increasing the voice. Yeah, now clear. Now voice is clear. Any issue? Clear, right? Yeah. Audio, video, everything is clear, right? Tiger, Sandeep, Ambati.
Yes, ma'am, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. What is data engineering? And what is the role of data engineering? What are the responsibilities to be will be faced in the data engineering role? We'll see. Especially the data engineering have the different platforms, right? In the different platforms, uh, also we will be we do the same thing, and especially in the talent, especially the ETL sites, ETL perspective, we are doing the data engineering, especially ETL perspective. So the roles and responsibilities are we are collecting the data engineer responsible, the data engineer responsible for responsible for the data engineer responsible for collecting the data from various source systems. Will justify these statements. Various source systems. The data engineer responsible for collecting the data from various source systems and manipulate manipulate the data, then load into database. Load into database. Now we'll justify this one. The data engineer main responsible is collecting the data from various source systems, like for example, how the structure will be happens. This is a company, how the talent structure will be. This is talent architecture or ETL architecture. Okay. Talent architecture or ETL architecture. Collecting the data from various source systems, right? The various, this is the first. Collecting the data from various source systems. What are the various source systems? Collecting the data from various source systems means collecting the data from various source systems means like we are get the data from Oracle server, Oracle database, or we get the data from SQL server, or we get the data through flat files. We get the data through flat files. Collecting the data from various source systems or Oracle database or SQL server or flat files. These are the various source systems. And these various source systems, we are getting this is the database, master data, or the data is available in database, use data, Oracle database. The huge data is available in Oracle database, and SQL Server also huge data is available, and flat files. And we get the data flat files like we are receiving the data as in form of Excel file or text file or CSV file or JSON files or XML files or REST APIs link through link. We'll get the data from various source systems and we'll get the data from the various source systems. Then manipulate the data. Manipulate the data means transform the data. Transform the data here. Transform the data here. Transform the data. We'll get the data from various source systems. Get the data from the various source systems and manipulate the data. We are transforming the data. Simple architecture. Transform the data as per the business and standardization. As per the business requirement, we are transform the data. Then load into the database. That's it. Very simple architecture. Very simple architecture. Then load into the database. Then load into the database. We are get the data from various source systems, collect the data. The data engineer responsibility is responsibility. This is the first step. This is the first step. Requirement. Client will be giving the requirement, right? We get the data from the various source system. The requirement is in the form of Oracle database or SQL Server or flat files. Get the data from various source system and transform the data, manipulate the data, then load the database. Like extract the data, extracting ETL, extract, transform, load. Extract, transform, load. Extract the data means reading the data. Get the data from the various source systems, either database or SQL Server or Excel or XML file or JSON files or anything, any flat files. Get the data from or cloud. Get the data also cloud. Recently cloud are using, right? Get the data from the cloud. Get the database, get the data from the various source systems and manipulate the data as per the business standardization and then load into the database. That's the simple architecture. Simple architecture. In this architecture, what we will do, how the data flows. Like for example, the simple, it's not too much of highly understanding. In this architecture, so these are the common basic points. There is zero coding, course highlights. The highlights of this, highlight of the in this process. Highlight of the in this process. We will get the data, how to get the data, in what way. We are using any code without coding, how to develop the job. All to develop the job. So this. There is a zero coding, high pay salary, any degree also eligible. Degree education is not barrier and more demand in market. And let's see, recently one of my student went in one startup company. It's a startup company have almost 200 positions. 200 positions are the startup company as a fresher. Fresher. She's also a fresher. And it's a startup company and the positions are open, 200 positions, but employees are, the candidates are only 50 students. Only 50 students. Why 50 students means less resources are available, more demand in the market, and less resources are available. Why less resources are available means very less of the people know about the talent. Everyone knows that famous words are particularly long time, very long time or long back ago, we are listening only few words, right? AWS, DevOps, and cloud, and AI. As of now, AI, data scientist. Right? But this is also one of the course, and most of that startup companies and all MNCs are preferred this. Why this course is, why this ETL is preferred? Let me discuss later. Let me discuss later why the companies are preferred to the ETL, and why not others? Why not others? Why through ETL what they will do? Through ETL what they will do? Companies through ETL through this how this architecture is helpful to the MNCs. How this architecture is helpful to the MNCs. Let me discuss. Okay. And less resources are available and easy to learn. She is placed obviously because of the less resources are available. They conduct that very minimal interview questions, and they hide that they hide that. Okay, and easy to learn. This course is easy to learn and user friendly. Just drag and drop, drag and drop. We are developing the jobs completely. Drag and drop, drag and drop design. It's developed. Drag and drop design. This technology feature is 15 to 20 years. And why I'm saying the 15 to 20 years, this data, we are extracting the data, right, from multiple platforms. We're extracting the data from multiple platforms, right? This data, what kind of the data we are extracting? What kind of the data we are extracting? We are extracting the bank's data. We are dealing the ETL that ETL platform handles on bank industry, pharmacy industry, and retail industry. This is the three main bank industry, pharmacy industry, and retail industry. We're extracting the data. The data is available through the different sources, right? Different source systems. The data is available on Oracle software, Oracle database. The data is available Oracle database or SQL Server, or the data is available. The bank's data is available. They will send the bank data through different file formats, or XML file, JSON file, or text file, or CSV file, and the data is available in cloud. We are getting the data. We are getting the data. So that's why. And here we are processing the data, banks data, pharmacy data, and retail industry. And let me know, guys, these operations will stop after 3 years. It's no, right? It's continuously. And why I'm saying that future is guaranteed? This talent tool, the talent tool, mostly widely used in some 2018. From 2018 onwards, it's using the widely. From 2018 onwards, using the widely, and due to the Corona time, it's using more and more. After Corona, also using more. Why ETL tool? This ETL tool, very famous on using the after 2018 means it's have a lot of features. What are the lot of features will be seen. Okay? And it's a easy to learn and user friendly. And this technology feature is 15 to 20 years. And to get the job, a very basic interview questions. I'll provide the questions also. I have the questions, all interview based questions. What kind of the questions they will be asked the past 5 to 6 years. And I'll provide the stuff for you guys, 4 to 5 years of experience. You'll put in the resume. I'll providing that sample resumes. I'll train that how to prepare the resume, and how to give the self introduction to the companies, and I'll give that everyday daily assignments we have. Who will be uh, learn from beginning onwards, from first class to last class, and do that assignments, given assignments, and given scenarios, and multiple scenarios we have, and who will be do that all the who- and the guide definitely placed in it. And I will also forward your resume to that multiple MNCs and startup companies. They'll in that drive, and you will participate in the drive, and definitely you will get the good job. Assignments, real time scenarios, number of assignments, number of scenarios, and you will practice every day. These are the assignments, top assignments, top scenarios to get that interview, to crack that interview. No, sorry, to crack that interview. Okay, who will be do that first from beginning onwards, from first class to last class, from first class to last class, and do that assignments, and we will be your profiles also will be forward to that multiple MNCs. They are conducting the, I will from my end. I am referring to that here. I'm referring to that MNCs or startup companies, and you will be selected in an interview. That's It's not a backdoor, completely on your talent, skills only, completely skill. You are interested to do the job and listen the classes, practice the classes, and to crack that interview. Okay. And next, this talent training package includes package before coming to the package, and what needs the skills. What needs the skills to this architecture? What will be, we have that skills, which skills we have to fulfill this architecture. To fulfill this architecture, companies also, they want only SQL. Basic SQL is enough because entire will be drag and drop, and advanced SQL also will provide. Basic SQL is enough, not necessary to the advanced. And the data warehouse concepts, talent theory and practicals, and I'll provide the notes to you, and the live scenarios with the study material and 2 real world projects. Okay. And what is extract ETL? ETL stands for extract, transform, load. How to extract the data? What kind of the data will be receiving? We'll see how to extract the data. What kind of the data will be receiving? So, talent software. One of the sample file will show you how the data. Mostly this talent flat files, a CSV file, most widely used in the CSV file. Why? Because of the CSV file, the data move the faster compared to other format of the files. The data move very fast. Yeah, this is a file. If you have any doubt, call to this number in offline also. Okay, this is the file. How many records have in this file? How many records have in this file? How many records have?
20 with one header.
20 with one
One
header.
header.
Okay. How many records? We have 20 records, right? We have 20 records. This is not a record. The first one, it is not a record. It is a schema, metadata. This is not a record. This is a schema or metadata. We'll be receiving the data like this. Like for example, this is a bank data. Like for example, let's assume this is a bank data. Account number, account name, the person name, details like Aadhaar number, PAN number, and the transaction, something. This bank data. Or you are receiving the pharmacy data. This is a pharmacy, the product code, product name, and manufacturing start date, manufacturing end date, how much of the price, where will be manufacturing, where will be marketing, and where will be delivered. Manufacturing is 1%, marketing is 1%, and delivery is one company. Like this is the data, look like the data. Okay, this is the data I have. This data have the 20 records, or let's assume million records, or let's assume a billion records. Okay, from this data, I want only daily records. I want only the daily records. Where is the daily records? Delhi, yeah. How many records? Only two records, right? Delhi, only two records. How to this extracting means we are reading the data. Extracting means we are reading the data. While analyzing the data, while analyzing the data, keep in your mind in real time also. Keep in your mind in real time while analyzing the data. The first step is the first point is the file have that header or not. The file have header or not. Without header, this data is belongs to what? Definitely we don't know, right? Without header we can't. Without header we can't. Right? So very first step is while analyzing this file. Once received the file, first step is analyzation of the file. While analyzation of the file, this is first step. The data have header or not. The second point is what kind of the file you will be receiving, or CSV file, or Excel file, or XML file, or JSON file. What file you will be receiving? That is the second step. This is a CSV file. CSV file means comma separated file. C means comma, S separated, F file, comma separated file. This is a comma separated file, right? See, these are the two columns. Two columns. These columns are also called as attributes or fields. Columns. Some companies are denotes as a columns and some are denotes as the attributes and some denotes as a fields. Fields. You will be receiving the data and this data have the how many attributes. Your team lead asking that how many attributes in the file. What attributes, ma'am, will not pronounce this word. What is the meaning of attribute? Confusing, right? And someone denotes as a fields. So what is the fields? Columns or attributes or fields, everything is same. Okay. The two columns are separated by one value. Is called the two columns are separated by one value. What is this? Comma, right? The two columns separated by one value is called a comma. Means it is a CSV file. It's a CSV file. How to read the CSV file? How to read the CSV file? How to bring this file to local? This is a local window. How to bring this file to our ETL tool? Our ETL tool. We'll see. Oh, this is a saver. We're saving this save as columns of already completed. Okay. Where is the tool? Let me open the tool. Challenge of TOS BD. And it is also widely used in most of the why this tool very famous because this tool is used in big data. Big data. The huge data. Banks have that huge data, right? Then big data platform also using this tool. From then onwards, it's using the most popular. The billions of the data, trillions of the bank's data, products data, customers data stored into the database using the big data commands. We have that Hadoop, Hive database, right? Are you aware about that? Create a new project, a demo project. So create and then click on finish. First time it will open the tool, it will take a little bit of the time, 2 to 3 minutes of the time. And meanwhile, all of you, how to know the ETL platform? Any your friends or your neighbors or your relatives are working on this ETL platform? Hmm. Anyone working on the ETL platform? Or it is new for you? Yeah, let me ask. Speak little bit. And we are conducting the mock interviews also. Try to speak little bit. How do you know that ETL platform? You are joined right today. You are valuable of 1 hour of valuable time to spend. How do you know the ETL platform? Okay, let's start it. Yeah, this is a tool, the tool window, dashboard, tool dashboard. Most of our time, 95% of our time spent on this tool only. 95% of the time spent on this tool. Okay, very first word, still refreshing, installing the features. Still it is refreshing. Yeah. The first word, Talent Open Studio for Big Data 6.4.1. It is this is a version. This is a version. As currently all companies are using 7.3.1. 7.3.1. And but the 7.3.1, why I'm not in open that 7.3.1, why I open that 6.4.1 means 7.3.1 available in that open source as well. It's an open source tool, open source tool. 7.3.1, some of the Java patches are missing uh, to download this tool and online through Google also we will download, but it's we will have the access only 45 days. Again, you will be download one more time and it's access only 45 days. In previously, it's a lifelong. Previously, it's a lifelong. Now, to use of the downloads, talent company also limit access only 45 days. And in that too, 7.3.1 in open source, few of the patches are missing. So that's why both 6.1, 4.1 and 7.3.1 uh, both tools are same configuration and same option. You will be not confusing anywhere also. Okay, you will be not confusing anywhere. This is a tool and 2017. It's a open source. Launching is the 2017 6th month 23 date. This is their port number. Each and every application have the port number, right? This is a port number. Like Oracle database of port number is 1521. Oracle database port number. Like each and every application have that port number. This is a port number and this is our project. And in real time also will be the talent tool installed in local Windows only. It's not using that any Unix commands. This tool will run through in local Windows. Okay, these are the tabs. Once again, I will be close and open because not it's open that window properly. This is the projects and select the projects. the tool icon. This is the tool icon. The tool looks like the tool look like tool icon. Okay. These are the inbuilt options. Once open the tool, these are the inbuilt options. Business modules, job design, context, code, and metadata. And these are the inbuilt options. And very first, what we will do and create the database connection. How to create the database connection? All is, it's once we are learning the tool, let me one thing, all options will be thoroughly learn about that. This option is why it is used, where it is used, when it is used. That's it. Why it is used, where it is used, and when it is used. Create connection. DB connection, we are giving the DB connection. The data is available in multiple source systems, right? Some data is available in Oracle database or SQL or flat files or cloud. So first we are configuring the database. Oracle dev, Oracle dev. Then click on next. And here the drop down box. Click on the drop down box. These are the databases supporting to the talent tool. These are the databases support to the talent. And from all these databases, you know, these databases, right? Access, Amazon, and Firebird, JDBC database, HBase, Hive database, IBM, Impala. These are the databases that support to the talent. Oracle with service name and a login credentials. I'll be give the credentials to you. And server. And service name. And check the connection. Connection is successful or failure or any issue. The connection successful. Then click on OK. Then finish. And one more time. This is a DB connection. In metadata, this is a DB connection, file delimited, positional file. And these are different files, XML file or Excel file. How to read that Excel file, how to extract the data through Excel file, XML file, JSON file, all this. And this is also supporting to that all this one. And as of now DB connection, how to create the DB connection. Or then click on next and select drop down box. Select that our database, my Oracle with service name, and give the credentials. Okay, check the connection. Successful. Then click on OK and finish. Okay. Now, then first create the job design. right click, job underscore, employee, file to, naming conventions are very important, employee table, employee table, employee table. Why naming conventions are very important? As a best developer, we'll see. As a best developer, we have followed the some of basic rules, best practices. As a best developer, we need to follow some rules and regulations. Very first one is a naming convention. Give the naming convention properly and metadata scan, the second part. And we have the course content, right? Elements of course content, where I will be course content. This is the course content components. Everything, every step will be followed as a step by step from basic level to advanced level, from fresher to advanced senior developer. These are the components will be learned. Okay. This is the component list. We'll follow one by one components, learn all these 45 days. 45 days. Okay, then come to that. Yeah, this is a tool. And now how to read the file. Okay? The file is delimited file. We are receiving the delimited file, right? Right click, create file delimited. Right click, create file delimited. Give the file name, employee file or demo file. Naming conventions are very important as a best developer. I said already. Then click on next, browse the file. There are the four steps. First step is select the file, give the file name. And second step is browse the file. CSV means only CSV files are visible. .txt means only text documents. And .star means all. Demo file. Where is our demo file? Then click on open. It's a C drive. Browse the file. Star demo file. Then click on open. No. Then click on next. And field separator is, what is a field separator? By default is a semicolon. And source file, the field separator is comma. The source file, field separator is comma. And I said already to you, once you are receiving the file, the first analyzation is what is the field separator and the file have that header or not. Okay. See, this file have that header. Enable this one. Refresh. Yeah. The data comes as a tabular format. Then click on next. See, talent automatically gets the data types. This data belongs to, this is the integer or decimal or string. The talent gets the data types. You don't worry. That's in real time also, the talent gets the data types. Talent gets the data types. You don't worry about this one. And you know what to do. Everything talent will do, right? But the company will give the salary. You need to do something and increase the length. increase the length. Then click on finish. How to read the file? We are reading the file and extract the data. Extracting the data, right? Extracting the data and how to design. We want only the requirement is I want only daily records, right? Like the same database, what you will write the query, select star from table name, where the column name equal to give that column name, right? So, but here, simple, drag and drop. This is a file, drag and drop. T file input delimited, first option. Will be discuss all these options. Let me one by one. This icon is called component. This icon is called the component. Okay. This icon is called component. In Talent language, it's called, this icon is called component. Okay, this is our source system. The data flows from left to right. The data flow from left to right. Okay, this is our source system. Source is a file. Target is database. Source is file. Target is database. T Oracle output. Target is database. In between transformations. In between the transformations, I want only daily record side. We are filtering the records. So here also, how to call the components. This is the drag and drop, right? Any component you will be call in designer. This is a designer window. This is a designer window. Okay. And these are the tabs. This is the designer window. And these are the tabs. And context job tab, component tab, run tab, context tab. Anything is missing, the sequence order is missing, integrate. Here integrate, reset. Right click, integrate, reset. Right click, integrate, reset. See? Now is a small window, right? Double click this one. So open the big window, double click this one. All that. Okay. This is any component will be called in the, this is the designer window. And this is a repository window, like as our brain, or this is a repository window, like as our brain. All that we are remember in our brain, right? So this is like talent tool also, this is a repository and all the files and code stored in the repository. And this outline section, what are the components will be used in the designer window. All the components are visible here. All the components are visible here. And this is a palette section. This is a palette section. All components are available in palette section. Okay. How to call the new component? To call the new component, there are the three ways. One is to write the component name, filter. Filter row, double click, not a double click, drag and drop. This is the one way. This is the one way. And again, which is the better you say? Another way is this, we are processing the data, right? The component is available in processing data, processing option, drag and drop. This is a second way. And third way is very simple and best practice as a best developer. In the designer window, click anywhere, right click, left click anywhere, start typing, filter. Start typing, filter. It will be visible. Double click. That's it. And give the connection, row, main, give the connection to this one. And double click this one, how to configure the component. Double click this component. And here plus button, click on plus button. Which column we are we want? Location, right? Location. And what is the location name? Delhi. Copy this one. And give the value in double quotes. Why we need to give the double quotes, we'll discuss. As of now, I'm giving the double quote. Load into the database. Extracting the data, transform the data, then load into the database. Small ETL job, cute ETL job. Extracting the data, extracting through various systems, right? Today, we are learned that extracting the data from flat file. Extracting the data from multiple sources, right? Flat file through flat file. Extracting the data, transform the data or manipulate the data, load into the database. Like here, extract the data, transform the data, load into the database, right? Now run the job. This is the run button. Run the job. Oh, before running, wait, we have not yet configured the database, right? Okay. Configure the database also. We are already configured, but give the table name. Naming convention is very important, right? As a business developer, naming convention is very important. This is the first point you need to develop. Remember, naming convention. See, I forgot that naming convention. What will be error? System error. It will be giving the system error. We'll see what is the error. We have forgot the naming convention, missing the select keyword. Double click this one. Give the table name. Table name is EMP data. EMP data. Action on table. We'll discuss all these one by one. Later classes. As of now, I'm selecting the drop table. Now save this one. This is a save button. Save the job. Any code, any transformations or any new objects will be added, or either any updates, any alternation in this job. Yeah, definitely will be save the job. Let's see. 20 records in the file have the 20 records. After transformations, how many records will be load into the database? We'll see. Meanwhile, open the database also. 2 records. Okay, copy the table name. The next unit testing. Unit testing as a developer. Unit testing. That is your responsibility. Unit testing means how many records we are receiving, how many loading. It's loading the proper records or not. Sorry, it's loading the calculate number of records or not. Sometimes what happens, job ran successful in designer window, but data is not available in the database. So as a best developer, do that unit testing also. Up to here clear? Any doubt, any questions? Any doubt, any questions? No questions? Select star from table name. Control A, control enter. Okay, 2 records, right? 2 records. Yeah, these 2 records are, one record is duplicate. Which record is duplicate? We have extracted the 2 records. One record is duplicate. Extracted the 2 records. One record is duplicate. What is the record? First record or second record? First record duplicate or second record duplicate? Confusing, right? Both records are same. Both which record is duplicate means second record is duplicate. Why? Because talent read the data one by one. First record, talent read the data one by one. First record is always unique record. The same record will be having the second one. The second one is a duplicate. The second one is the duplicate. Okay. Second one is the duplicate. This is also one of that interview question they ask that frequently asking that interview questions. In a data, you are storing the data, two records are same, and which record you will be considered as a duplicate record. Which record you will be considered as a duplicate record. You should say the second record considered as a duplicate record because of it is replicate to that first record. Replica to that first record. The talent internally read the data, record by record operation. So first record is a unique record, second record is a duplicate record. Yeah. That's it from my end. Any questions or any doubts? Let me ask. Any questions, anyone? Any doubt, any clarifications? And you will be also connect with me to offline also. This is my contact number. You can connect, okay, to offline also. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thanks for joining. If there is, I'll give that 2 more minutes of the time. Any questions you will be asked, you'll ask definitely, and I'll be answerable to that. Otherwise, close the call. Yes.
So data will always be getting from the databases, right? Or either if we can get data from any kind of web application that is hosted in separately, then how can we connect it?
The data always get the database on, there are multiple source systems, either database, either SQL or flat files or cloud. That's it. There is no application we'll be using. Yeah. The data master data, the data, this is a master database. The database, in the master database always have the data. Someone, other team, one more team will be under data modeling team. The data will be pushed to this database where get the data from this source system.
So web application will already being deployed, and from there we will get the data, right?
Yes, exactly. The application team already
and the data will be provided by some end user customers or anyone by providing their correct data into the format which is being provided from the application side.
Yes, exactly. Application team will provide the data, and that's data as per that business standardization, as per the customer requirement. We are transforming the data, and finally OLAP system. This is OLAP system, and finally load the data into the database. Then this data will go to the reporting team, Power BI.
Okay.
Or Tableau or something. The next stage. Yes.
And this is for any kind of batch data and live data for both of the data, right?
Yes, both of the data. Yeah.
Okay. So will be there any kind of logic available from there? We can get all the data. Like we need not to do any kind of things. Like it will be eventually going to happen as a pipeline. Will it be possible in this talent?
The pipeline means already the application team will send the data to here, right? We are receiving the data is available. There is no pipeline. We are extracting the data as a transfer requirement was what is the requirement, fulfill the requirement, and then load into the OLAP systems.
Like this process will happen automatically. Like no need for manual.
We are developing that process. This process.
Okay.
Our process, our work will start from here. Our work will start from here. And from here, this is a start user as ETL. As ETL perspective, this is a start user, this is the end user. Yeah.
So based on the requirement, we need to transform the data and provide it to the
That's
team.
it. Yes, that's it only. Simple architecture.
Understood. Thank you.
Got it. The next anyone? Tomorrow is the installation class. Okay. The timings are same 9 to 10. Tomorrow is the installation class. We will be attend the class and do that installation properly.
Madam, 1 minute, madam.
Yes, one sir. Tell me.
Madam,
a client needs which type of work, madam? For example, they give some files. Which they ask, madam?
Yes, they'll give the files or they'll the data push the data into the database, or we are as per that client requirement we are transforming. Our mostly 90% of work we are learning the transform. This
Okay.
90% we are learning. Transformation is important. 90% of our work is in transformation. So get the data from very easily. All the data is available in the database or the flat files. We are reading the data, right? First step is reading the data. Always we are reading the data. Only four classes or 5 classes enough at the reading the data. And transforming the data is different, important. Through the transformations, what components will be used, what are the requirements, and all the requirements, and what are the scenarios. These are the multiple, what is it? There is a one list. Yeah. Through the requirement, we are transforming the data and load into the database. That's it. How to get the data in database, right? How to get the data in database? We'll see tomorrow, next classes. To get the data from the file, today we are learned to get the data from file. How to get the data from the database? We'll see. These are the example of the scenarios. How to get the data and how to transform the data and what are the scenarios we'll be having. These are the possibility of the scenarios and most trending scenarios will be one by one will be solved in upcoming classes. Next, Sandeep, Sanjeev. No questions? Arnab. Okay, if no questions, I'll close this call. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the joining. Tomorrow we'll meet the same time. Bye-bye.